Welcome everyone to another episode of Starmade. Heck yeah! In today's episode, I want to work some more on my planet. But before we do that, we have to get rid of something really annoying that I mentioned several times. And luckily, you guys didn't seem to be too annoyed about it, but I am for sure. And those are the blue markers. I have gotten so many tips also to mess around with the configs, but unfortunately, I don't know. Either I'm too stupid or there is no real convenient way to get rid of them. So I want to at least halve my turrets in order to get rid of a bunch of arrows and make this a little bit more convenient. So let's do this right away. Well guys, as you can see, I managed to get rid of a lot of the markers. There's still a bunch that I wish to remove. Also, all the debris that is hanging around. My moving space station seems to be paying us a visit at the moment. It seems to be very nearby. I wonder where is the beginning of it. It doesn't render in. It's just it's just the tunnel modules. And what the hell is that? Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that! That is amazing! My orbiting space station. Totally game-breaking just because I planted it on the wrong side. And it's just moving in between the planets, which is really interesting. There's also something that I discovered about gravity of the planets. So I'm affected with the gravity of the planet earlier at my tower than I am at my planet, which basically means we could theoretically expand this planet and create artificial gravity, so we could expand this tower all the way up and already have planet gravity up there. Theoretically, I'm not really sure if that's working. Oh my god, this moving space station is just freaking hilarious. It's freaking annoying to build in or to even get to there because it's really moving fast, as you can see. But it's also really close to my planet, so we can really make great things out of that. Oh, that's insane. Another thing that happened, and I actually missed it, is some pirates attacked with my designs. That is awesome. I don't think they have been a threat to us because, I don't know, I haven't discovered any damage whatsoever. Also, this guy, the second design we made, has been implemented or used by the pirates. So I'm glad this works. Now I'm just gonna dismantle those guys and we shall continue with something else. Alright guys, so today I want to continue on my mothership. I want to make it a little bit safer. So the mothership is supposed to have a bunch of turrets on the top and on the bottom, but I also want to make this ship modular in some very cool ways. So I thought about this very briefly. I'm not even sure if it's gonna work, but I want several ships attached to the mothership so that they may form one whole ship, and I can at any time go into an individual ship, undock it and use it for different purposes, which is great. So for instance, we're gonna have some repair modules, we're gonna have different things, and all the turrets are supposed to be using the power of the mothership. So we are going to use some power supply beams, which is something I haven't used yet in my LP. So let's go ahead and plan out a bunch of turrets. Another thing we shall not forget is to name the mothership. You guys gave me a lot of suggestions in the previous episode about the mothership, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the best ones, post them in this video's comment section, and you guys can upvote the best names that you like. You can vote on several names if you agreed with several names. There are really some cool ones, and I shall assign the name the next time with the next episode. So I'm gonna leave that up for about 3 or 4 days, so a lot of you guys have the possibility to help voting on the name, and everyone will be happy, hopefully. First up, we want to install a bunch of turrets evenly spread across the mothership. They shall be using most of the weapons available in Starmade at the moment. First up, we're going to install probably a bunch of missiles, and as I said before, they're going to be using the power of the mothership, so we are going to learn how to use the power supply beams in today's episode. So what I am going to do right now is actually activate the symmetry mode right there, just so we get it evenly lined up. So I estimated that's what I'm going to need for my docking turret right there, in this shape, and I want it to be available on the other side just at the same spot. Now we're gonna unset the symmetry mode because we need to select one of those guys and attach the docking enhancer units, and you can't do that for both of them at the same time. So let's see how far we have to go. One more block. There we go. Can we go one more? I think we can go one more. Yeah, there we go. That's just how we want it. That's great. So let's do that for the other side as well. Something like that, wasn't it? One more. There we go. Perfect. So those are gonna be my first 2 turrets. And obviously what we're gonna do now is exit the ship, create ourselves another ship core, and we're gonna attach that with the docking beam. There we go. Cool. Now we can go into build mode and we can actually see what space we have available. This one is gonna be a rather flat turret, and hopefully also an efficient and dangerous one. Well guys, after some research about those power supply and power drain beams, I highly doubt that my plan is gonna work out because the AI might not be able to comply with it. So we shall launch a little experiment. What I have here is some SDKB missile arrays, which basically shoot the missile straight until it locks onto a target in mid-flight, and then it hopefully does some destruction. And also I have applied a bunch of power drain beams. Now those power drain beams will drain power from any structure, but unfortunately they can only shoot straight ahead, even if you rotate them around. I believe you might have to go into another cockpit or something like that, but again, that's going to be complicated for the AI. So what I thought we could do is hop out of here, and where those power drain beams will shoot, we can attach a few blocks. I don't know, for now that's gonna look stupid, but it is for scientific purposes, so we can find out how those guys work. And oh, I cannot attach them here, so I would have to go and do something like that. There we go. So now if we hop into that turret again, and we are actually gonna attach those guys, so missiles on one, power drain on the other. Now let's use the power drain first, but can we check whether or not it's working? Well, let's actually use number 1. Oh, that seems to be... Whoa! Stop! Where are you going? It locked onto something. Oh, jeez. I'm not really sure whether or not the AI is going to be intelligent enough to use power drain beams. Are the missiles even using power? They don't seem to be using power. Let's see what we are shooting down there. Something seems to be fishy down here that we want to shoot. That was my planet. What is on my planet that you want to shoot? Yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe you guys know whether or not you can automate this in some way. But let me finish up this turret and I'll be right back and show you the results. Well, so this shall be one of my turrets. I'm not really happy with the looks yet, but again, this is a test subject. I enabled a Bobby AI unit, and now I will just have to observe how it's functioning once we have some more pirate attacks. Whether or not it's doing something with the power drain beams, we shall see. I'm also gonna copy this over to my other turret docking station, just do the same thing, save it in the catalog, and buy myself one of those guys. I will have to go to a shop in order to get some more credits, but we certainly do have stuff to sell. So we shall attach another module. This is going to be a little bit of a larger module. It's going to be an individual ship that we can take with us, and what I want to achieve with it is basically that it is a part of the ship's hull. So it's going to be a large portion of the ship. It's not going to be like in a hangar or something like that, but rather be a large portion that is attached to the ship, to the mothership, to make it complete. That shall be fun. Well guys, so let me know what I tried to accomplish right here. It is not finished, so don't panic just yet. What I want to achieve is some kind of spirally DNA lookish thing with a core in the middle that we can remove. If you have ever seen the film The Rock, I believe it's called, when Sean Connery escaped Alcatraz or something like that. There were bombs where they had to put in the core very carefully. So this is the core that we can stick in here and attach it to our ship. And once we want to repair our ship, we simply going to use the core and repair our ship. That's as easy as it is supposed to be. So we shall try two things that I actually haven't tried yet, so I am worried that it's not gonna work out as perfectly as it is supposed to, but that's alright. So here we are in flight mode. We are very agile. There's another pirate that I missed because I was AFK a little bit. There are a bunch of cores overheating. What happened while I was gone? Jeez. Anyways, what we have to do is basically get around here somewhere, and then we have to turn around and get ourselves into the thing. We can scroll out a little bit and try to kind of accomplish that. Yeah, but you can see it's a little bit wonky. Also, it's hard to actually see what's happening, and I am having trouble to really get down. So that's one way we could do it. Maybe I can smooth it out a little bit so it's gonna be a little bit more convenient. But the easier, a little bit cheaty way is of course to simply go ahead and do it like so. And if we exit now, we have our core inside of the tail, which is beautiful. Now, as I said, the core isn't in its final state. I want to make it look really cool. Also, the transition right here should be a bit more smooth, and also there should be more shapes leading outwards. So that's just gonna be a prototype of the thing that we actually want to accomplish. Now, if we go back and release ourselves from the chains, we also having a bunch of problems, as you can see, because it is really narrow, and I might have to do some adjustments so that it really knows where to go, because that is definitely not the final solution. The server basically teleported me away because it recognized that I was getting stuck. Anyways, so those are the problems that I'm probably gonna take care of camera, and I'm gonna try to make this look a little bit better and more practical. But what I want to try now is switch in my other cockpit, which is up here, and I can switch to the techno beam or technician beam. I forgot how it's probably not called techno beam. But anyways, what that beam does is it repairs damaged blocks. So that's one thing we shall try out right away. So if I'm not mistaken, there are still a bunch of broken blocks somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go. So we can actually try it out right here. Let's aim and shoot and try to heal up those blocks. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It works! So as soon as we get too much damage, we're just gonna use this ship and heal up everything. That's great, that's great. Of course it cannot bring back blocks that have been destroyed fully. That's just alright. So let's attach this again. There we go. Come on, do it for Papa. Of course I had to switch to my docking port in order to make this work, but there we go. It's inside again, my beautiful DNA tail. Great. And don't forget, it's not finished yet. It doesn't look like I want it to. Well guys, this has been it for today's episode. I sure hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget that I'm gonna leave the suggestions for the names in this video's comment sections, and you are gonna vote them up if you want to. And of course I'm gonna do some work off camera. I'm gonna polish this up and make it look incredibly nice. Use some more lights and stuff, make this look really attractive. And other than that, I believe the next time we shall either continue on the planet or maybe the mothership. Let me know what you want. Have a great time, thanks for watching, and see you the next time. Bye bye.